Viva Mexico. Okay, well, we're not going to.
Is Viva Mexico?
No, we're not. Okay, I see what y'all doing. Y'all ain't finna get me. That's what y'all ain't gonna do. All right.
Step on my back.
Why was this not set up before we started rolling? Like, literally.
Because you didn't tell us.
And my sunglasses.
Oh, I have those type of sunglasses.
Yeah, you get the lay.
Okay, I'll get those.
There we go. She's the lay. I get the aviators.
What does
I'm
it
not trying to
smell
hijack
like?
anything, man.
Wait, what does it smell like?
It smells like me. That's what it smells like.
Okay, not a weird thing, but you smell good.
All right.
No, not weird at all.
If I'm being honest.
Alrighty, yeah.
It's because it smells like vape, so I was like...
That is what I smell like half the time.
Alrighty, yeah, we are somehow going to do a goddamn show today with a young woman that is studying to be criminal. What are you studying to become?
Criminology.
Yeah, that's about what it is.
Criminology.
What?
I couldn't pronounce it. Criminal justice.
She's studying criminal justice to be a criminologist, which means she's going to be a criminal with the ist on the end. But her name is Daniel.
Wait, Daniel.
Say hi, Daniel.
Hi.
Hi, Daniel.
Hi, Daniel.
But no, this young woman is currently attending a university to get ready to start a master's program. And today's subject...
Huh? All right.
No, that's not Ted Bundy.
Or Jeffrey Dahmer.
Or, well, I don't know if he's Jeffrey Dahmer or not. But I know he's not Ted Bundy. Some say he's Steve Rogers. Some call him Matt Damon's stunt double. I just call him Philippe.
Jean-Pierre.
He will be our subject today. We are going to do a criminal analysis of his likely ability
To be found a serial
Do you want to
killer.
give him a little backstory there? I mean, we've been over it like 3 times today, but...
I guess I could scooch. Is that what you
Yeah.
call it, scooch?
Because I work here, and...
No, we're not saying
You
where you
know.
work at.
No, well...
We don't want the people to be all up on and be like, oh my God, he's a serial killer. And he works there. I can't go there anymore. We can't have
If
that.
it brings down the drive-through, I'll be
Wow.
happy. I'll be happy.
No, you don't
See,
work
I always
at a
have
fast
an angle.
food place,
I always have
man.
an angle, man.
No, we are not gonna. All right.
No, but he's always saying I have the look of a serial killer. And
Exhibit A.
anything
He does.
that I would do, or like, what did you just say right now? Like if some guy ran over
Okay,
a bunch of babies with a tank,
it's like-
it wouldn't surprise you if it was me.
It was like, there are certain things that are in all of our characters that are not outside of our norm or the thoughts of individuals that are around us that know us or have an idea who we are. And my conversation was with others, and in the conversation it asked, would there be something that would surprise you about a certain individual? We were able to come up with, certain little things. My problem was with you. And the example I used, I think I told you that was the first one. The first thing popped in my mind, like if somebody had stole a tank, it flashed across the screen, he ran over 10 babies or something. It wouldn't surprise me if they go, we're looking for Philippe. I really wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't surprise me. And I think you and I went through like an hour and a half. Was it an hour? It was a while.
I think it was after I saw Pet Sematary and I came back and we were just talking.
Sure was.
Yeah, yep.
And you were working at the non-disclosed place.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you kept, well, how about this? How about that? And like nothing you said surprised me, except one thing. It was like if you had stole like
$10,000.
if I stole money,
it was a nice lump sum.
basically
$100,000.
completed a heist, didn't get caught for like 20 years, and then it came out after the 20-year period.
No, you was like if you had pulled off the heist for like $1 billion or something crazy.
Uh-huh.
And
But
I said
actually
that
got
wouldn't.
away with it.
And then I was like, okay, that wouldn't surprise me. And then you were like, well, how about if it was a year? I said, that wouldn't surprise me either. But you were like, well, how about I got away with it for 20 years? I said, yeah, that would surprise me. So the context that you got from that was this.
Yeah, that if I basically any sort of competence would be surprising coming from me. So
I wouldn't consider it that way.
that's pretty much
But
the picture
to pull
you
off a
painted.
heist, you got to be some
You
level
gotta
of
be
competence.
a genius
To pull it off.
You gotta have some sort of high IQ, and I seriously don't have.
I thought that was you sitting there hiding. Who you hiding from?
How you been? I'm good, baby. Been good?
Yes, sir.
It's windy, but it ain't that windy.
Huh?
It's windy, but it ain't that windy.
Right. Yeah, he hides from somebody.
You?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, anyway.
You might need to turn your Snapchat location off. I found out you can stalk.
I taught him how to use Snap Maps.
Okay, no.
Oh, wow.
What she taught me how to do was stalk on a whole nother level.
I have stocks in Snap.
You have what?
I have stocks in Snap.
Okay.
They're low to buy right now.
Okay, I'm gonna say like this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the fuck you two got going on, but yeah, that's eerie. That's for one. Cause if you stalking me through a goddamn app that I have no idea that I can be stalked from, cause I actually had to check mine today, make sure my location wasn't on.
You're
You
welcome.
realize I'm saying STOCK, right?
Yes, not SG.
Stocks, not stalking you.
He bought stock.
I
he
had bought
wasn't...
stock in Snap.
See,
I'm gonna need you to stay on goddamn tap.
you were
Okay.
talking to somebody else. We were in the
I
middle
was
of
no,
doing
we're still
this.
here. I'm gonna need y'all to stay focused. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stay focused. That's what we're gonna do.
Let me
okay.
propose something, because this was something I was reading about earlier. With like, back in the day, there would be like mass executions and everything.
Okay, why are you asking a black dude that? Why would you
Back
do that?
when, no, I'm just putting it on the table. That there was, I don't know all the terminology and everything, but people would like consume blood because they thought it had health benefits.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
God.
so that also traces back to something called black bile, where it was like part of the 4 something that was like something ingrained in a specific person, and like the black bile made the person a criminal or made the person like homicidal or whatever.
Yeah, it's called a parasite.
It was called low iron because the lower iron that you have, the blacker your blood is.
Oh,
And
wow.
so when they would actually cut them to see like if they had blood or anything, then it would start pouring out black, and that's when they would say like, oh, they're like a blood consumer, or like they would pretty much drain them from all their blood so that way they could purify them.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. But also, like, that sort of stuff, the blood from a criminal was more valuable because somehow that had healing effects. It's just amazing that that's the reasoning that they went with, but that's the explanation for it.
Okay, if this is the direction we're gonna go, we need to be live.
No, I just wanted to bring that up while we're talking about serial killers, or trying to get into talking about serial killers.
No, yeah, but like then things started like to change because that was like when the Dracula era was, and so like that's how come people were so scared, because they were like, oh well, we're gonna get, I don't remember the term for it, but they would get drained, and so that kind of like actually helped science today, because when they would drain them, they would put new blood back inside them, or they would attempt to.
Oh, and so that the whole
Yeah.
like blood transfusion
Yeah.
thing. Okay. Well, and that's what's interesting about when you're talking about vampires. People would, if they believed that a certain village was being attacked by a vampire, they'd go out, see which corpse looked the most like a vampire, open it up, take out the heart, burn the heart, crumple up the ashes, and then put it in like some water or something, and then drink it, and then the curse would be
Lifted.
lifted. It's like, what?
Yeah, no, and that also goes into like witches too, because that's how come like so many people, or like with the Puritans, they would actually have witches and then they would burn them, and then after that, it was really weird because it would think like, okay, you know, those who actually confess, they would be burned, but in reality, it was those who didn't confess would be burned at the stake because they had something to hide.
Yep. And then the ones that did confess were executed by means of them testing if they were witches or not.
Mm-hmm.
So like, oh, if we tie you to this thing and it sinks, then you're not a witch. But if it floats, we're gonna kill you. Yeah.
So it was like a double jeopardy
their soul is saved if they're not one, though. So
Exactly. But then, like, that came the thought, like, oh, well, those people who are actually executing them, is that actually, like, is their soul going to be damned or not? And so then that always happened throughout. Yeah, it was really interesting because it kept happening for like 5 years. It was only like a 5-10 year period.
The witch trials? I thought the Salem witch trials went on for a while. Because it was all due to like one guy. He even wrote like a book on how to hunt witches, right? I forget the name.
John Foster, I think.
John Foster, that's it. That sounds about right.
Or John Proctor. Proctor or Foster, they sound the same.
John Proctology. I don't know where to go from here.
Neither do I. Back to
Alrighty.
you.
Is this live or?
No, we needed to have been live. That was a great discussion for live.